Assalamu alaikum dear students. Our today's topic is sample method of collection of data. We have studied earlier census method. Now we will study sample method of collection of data. You see, what is sample method? Sample method is that method in which data is collected about the sample on a group of items taken from the population for examination, and conclusions are drawn on their basis. See, sample method is widely used in our day-to-day life. A lady in the kitchen, for example, tests only a grain or two of the rice to know whether the rice is boiled or not. By examining only a few drops of blood, a doctor determines the blood group of a person. See, these are some of the examples of a sample method. Now, you see what is the suitability of the sample method. A sample method is particularly suitable when the size of the population is very large, okay, and when very high degree of accuracy is not needed, and when intensive examination of diverse items is not required, and when different units of the universe are broadly similar to each other, then it's suitable, this method. Now, what are the merits of this sample method? Number one is economical. See, one of the principal merit of sample method is that it's economical. Sample method of investigation is economical because only some units of the population are studied. So it's economical. And it's also time saving. How is it time saving? In this method, we can say only limited number of the items are investigated. As such, the process of investigation is time saving and not time consuming, because only limited number of items are investigated. And uh, the third one is its merit is identification of error. See, just because only a limited number of items are covered, so errors can be easily identified. To that extent, sampling method shows better accuracy. Okay, now uh, another point here is large investigation. See, sample methods sample method is more feasible in situation of a large investigations than the census method, which generally involves unaffordable cost. And the third one and the fifth one is administrative convenience. You see, there is an administrative convenience in handling a limited number of items. More capable and efficient investigators can be appointed. And the sixth one is more scientific. According to our fixture, sample method is more scientific because the sample data can be conveniently investigated from various angles. So these are the some of the merits of sample method. Now we will study its demerits. Number one is partial. It is only a partial investigation of the universe. The investigator's bias in the selection of the sample is not ruled out. Accordingly, the result may be biased as well. Now, the second point is wrong conclusions. See, if the selected sample does not represent the characteristics of the universe, the study may end up with wrong conclusions. And third one is difficulty in selecting representative sample. See, it's not very easy to select a sample which would represent the characteristics of the entire population. And one more point is demerit is difficult in framing a sample. Sometimes the universe may be so diverse that it became difficult to frame a sample. And the fifth one is specialized knowledge. See, sampling involves a set of technical procedures. One must have the technical knowledge of choosing a representative sample from the universe. Persons who are well versed with all the techniques of sampling are not easily available. Now, we will study the essentials of a sample. You see, a sample must have these qualities or essentials in order to arrive at an unbiased and right conclusions. Number one is representative. See, a sample must represent all the characters of the universe. It's possible only when each unit of the universe stands equal chance of being selected in the sample. Number one. And number two is independent. See, all units of a sample must be independent of each other. In other words, inclusion of one item in the sample should not be dependent upon the inclusion of some other items of the universe. And third one is homogeneity. If more than one sample are selected from a universe, these samples should be homogeneous to each other and not contradictory, right? Uh, Now, the fourth one is adequacy. You see, the number of items in the sample should be fairly adequate so that some reliable conclusions are drawn covering the characteristics of the universe as a whole. Now, I have given you some of the merits and demerits of the sampling, and in our next topic we will study the methods of sampling, right? Thank you very much.